So many have called Lilo and Stitch the best live action Disney, best live action movie based off an animated series. And I'd probably say it's pretty accurate. They do a good job keeping lots of I'll say, the heart of it. And you still have the girl who played Lilo did a fantastic job. She still has that mischievous side to her. She has this fantastic look when you tell she's doing something wrong, which is great. Plays off beautifully against Stitch. I love to see the behind the scenes because if she's interacting with nothing, she's going to be an amazing actress later on. Basic premise still, of course, stays the same. Stitch, Experiment 626, breaks free. Well, I should say he's in the process of being exiled from a galactic police force, steals a ship, crash lands on Earth. First, he's going to crash land on a planet made of water. Water increases its density or its mass. I'm like, okay. So they foreshadow that. Difference between the animated version and this. So, of course, Lilo finds Stitch. Stitch fakes being a dog that can talk. They're both kind of bad. Things happen where. So Lilo doesn't have a mother and father. She's kind of being raised by her sister because her parents have something happen to them. They don't really elaborate on that, either animated or in the live action, which is fine. So there's social workers involved. There's the aliens trying to come down to recapture Stitch. And then there's Ohana meaning family, and then become a family unit. Stitch still does have his fantastic line of Stitch not bad, Stitch some good. It's family's not perfect. I love those aspects. So in the live action version, they added more depth to some of the characters, which I was like, okay, I'm totally fine with the sister having a bit more story to her. They also changed the ending a little bit. I'm fine with that. They give Stitch an additional sequence where he wrecks a wedding. They also do more with the aliens. This time instead of the aliens being in very bad costumes, because one has 3 legs and a giant eyeball, they instead do technology, so they look human. But they also expound on what is they're doing. And I'm like, okay, they added about 20 minutes onto this, and it actually feels pretty good. So we've watched The Little Mermaid, the live action version. They added stuff to the land portion, and most people went, "That's good. We like the land," where they expanded on Prince Eric a little bit. And this one, all of the side characters get expanded upon. The heart is still there. I feel like the animated version, with this one being longer and some slapsticky, but then it really ratchets up the familial drama aspect of it. So there's a bunch more stuff with the social worker and things like that, and Lilo going to the hospital. They're working in a initial piece too about, you need to make sure you have health care and health insurance coverage. So they throw in a few additional things here and there. And they also ruin the spoil, the reveal of Cobra Bubbles that's in the animated version very early on. But all in all, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. My wife really liked it. She preferred it to the animated version. The animated version is, it can be kind of dumb, but given that it was designed for kids and it still has that nice familial core to it, but it's more slapsticky. This one, there's still the slapstick nature of it, which is funny, and they had a few additional scenes here and there. The family drama bits, it's like, whew, there were moments where it was incredibly sad. And you can tell that's where it lost people who brought their really young kids. We're like, oh, it's Lilo and Stitch, she's gonna, run amok, and it's gonna be funny. Why are they in a hospital for several minutes? Why is a social worker talking to her about giving her up? Why are we learning more about her becoming a marine biologist? Why they added all these additional layers to it to flesh out the side characters, which is good for someone who probably saw when they were younger to see when they're older, and it's good for a slightly older crowd, but probably not that great for the 6-year-olds who were there who started screaming towards the end. Some of them definitely less than 6. They were screaming towards the end because there were moments of drama. It wasn't like a family comedy. It was a family drama comedy elements added into it. So I enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty good. One of the big downsides of seeing this movie, we saw a 5:25 showing p.m. The movie started at 5:52, so we sat through almost 30 minutes of previews and trailers. I saw it at a Cinemark theater. Now, if people wonder why in case people quit going to see a movie in a movie theater, one, it's quite expensive. Two, if I can shave a half an hour off of watching a movie by being at home, where I don't need to worry about kids occasionally running around screaming, people checking their cell phones. I mean, that's also a part of the cinema experience. I don't need to see a bunch of other trailers for other movies. It was funny, of course, that you had, so we had Superman. Like, oh yeah, Disney would definitely show the competing trailer coming out in July that's going to be going head to head eventually with Fantastic Four. And How to Train Your Dragon. Oh yeah, because, you know, if you're thinking about a live action remake of an animated film, you definitely want to have How to Train Your Dragon and then watch right into Lilo and Stitch.